So sparse was sort of born out of, GCC is too painful to hack on, and Git was born out of, well, Bitkeeper went away and I'm not putting up with any other version control system, so I'm going to go write one. Have you considered going off and solving the application binary distribution problem? What would it take to get you sufficiently annoyed with that problem to go off and solve it and, write something in a week that becomes the new standard?
Git was actually a really simple problem. It was just that everybody looking at it were there was something with version control people. They had their mind warped by years of CVS. And Git is actually a really simple problem to solve. And that's why it took 2 weeks to get a first running version. Sparse took longer, but at the same time, writing a C front end is still a fairly simple and self-contained thing. The C preprocessor is interesting, but solving the whole binary issue is really hard. And part of the problem is you can solve it by just linking everything statically and giving your own file system with the thing too. But you really have to do that right now, right? Because you can't rely on the libraries that the system gives you, and you can't rely on all the paths that those libraries depend on. We literally have that issue. And this is not Linux specific. This is when you do Windows or OS X binaries, you will notice that packaging applications is hard because different systems have different fonts, they have different paths to icons and things like that. And basically, to be really a complete package, you have to include all of those resources too. I'd love to say that I'll solve that, but I think it's very unlikely since most of the projects I've been involved with have been solving my own personal problem. And for subsurface, my solution right now is I will recompile. I know it's the wrong solution, but it works for me. And sadly, it works for almost everybody here. It doesn't tend to work very well for maintainers of packages because they can't necessarily ask all their users to recompile, but I don't maintain subsurface.